morning, good afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles.
I'm Bobby Boy.
Hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Good to see you. This week, we'd like to talk a little bit about your feelings are valid. Before you argue with someone, ask yourself, is that person even mentally mature enough to grasp another's perspective, which will most likelihood be different? And if the answer is no, then there is no point.
My mind is like someone emptied the kitchen junk drawer into a trampoline.
Well, we all feel like that sometimes, Bob.
Yeah.
We all know not all arguments are worth your time and your energy. No matter how clearly you present yourself, in general, most people are not listening to understand.
Unless they want something.
Well, yeah, there's that. People can stay stuck in their own perspectives, unwilling to consider what you're saying. Their mind is already made up and it becomes kind of pointless. Those are the kind of people who miss out on opportunities.
How so?
Well, from not even trying to understand a different understanding and different perspective, or they think they know it all, so they miss out on information that could actually save them money or help them in some way.
Oh, yeah.
There's a difference between a healthy discussion and a pointless debate. You might not even want a debate, but find yourself on one accidentally because the other person is shutting the conversation down or they're being passive-aggressive.
Oh, Godfathers, don't you hate that? I don't want to ask, but what does that mean?
Passive-aggressive?
Yeah.
Well, say you're asking genuinely about something that doesn't add up. Haven't we gone over this before?
We might have.
All right then. But just so you can understand, and then they explode and say something like, oh, I'm probably wrong and I'm always wrong about things. Clearly they're rattled and somehow acting as though it's somehow your fault. And you're left feeling like, what the actual? What just happened then?
Oh, yeah, righto.
These sort of people you can't approach again. You can't approach the subject again. You will have learnt not to. So passive-aggressive people who nod and agree and never stand up to anybody about anything are not the sort to emulate. Your feelings are valid. Also, when you go through those kind of run-ins with people, you learn very quickly there are certain subjects you can't bring up. You can't be yourself. You can't even talk openly, even just be a willing ear for you so you can just sort of hash things out. So it becomes very limiting. So no justifying your decisions. Some people really know how to write themselves out of your life or out of what might be an important part of your life. They have no place in that part of your life. If something doesn't serve you, we must find the courage to walk away. And sometimes it really does feel like courage, doesn't it? Don't get caught up in not wanting to hurt their feelings. They have no feelings. Don't kid yourself. Protect your time, protect your energy and your peace.
Oh, hell yeah.
Without apology and no hesitation, just walk away.
We go through this a lot.
Well, a lot of subjects really bring up the same characteristics, and I think we as humans, we have to go over things a few times, go through a few things a few times in order to go, oh yeah, okay, I've got it. Because in the end, all these experiences and decisions, you just don't want them as regrets.
I've asked myself if I was crazy, and we all said no.
Excellent outcome there, Bob.
Yeah, I thought so.
Some people I've spoken to have said that they regret staying silent when they should have stood firm. That has happened to all of us, thinking of what we could have said, the times you tolerated what you should have rejected, the times when you put everyone else ahead of yourself and forgot about you. And I've seen this way too much in my own life. And let me tell you, it's a shit show to watch. And they think they're being kind and admirable by sacrificing their lives. You know, the entirety of their lives, their time, knowledge, their health and money. It's really hard to watch.
We should sell our front row seats.
I agree, Bob. Look, I actually give mine away. Hashtag, your feelings are valid.
Look, don't ask me for advice because we'll end up in the forest looking for fairies.
Oh, marvellous. Can I come?
Yeah, sure. Come on then.
In our efforts to respect other people, we often end up disrespecting ourselves. I know.
Thank you. Yeah, so true.
I was talking to a girl the other day who was really sad because she found out that her husband had been unfaithful to her again.
Get rid of him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some of us know all about living on the edge. We used to answer the phone without knowing who it was.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. Her family are saying to her that she made vows for better or for worse. Hold right on there, besties. Hold on. Many families can be like this, right? Most of them not in her life at all and never in a home, and suddenly are an expert on marriage. People who see her less than her eye doctor, chiming in with their opinion.
I was not put on this planet to weather hardship. I am here to delight and perplex people with my behaviour.
And you achieve that.
I think I do, yes.
I think a big chunk of the world has gone blooming mad. What part of this is anybody else's business, let alone the nerve to have an opinion about this girl's marriage? She had not only been cheated on twice by this goon, she had been gaslit, he had been belittling her, and had tried to hurt her physically.
Oh, yeah, there's a keeper.
Yeah. We have no control over the actions of others, but we do have control of how we handle ourselves. I salute all the sisters who have endured this crap and come out the end stronger. It's just as easy to give words of encouragement as it is to put people down. It's very disorientating, these situations. People can feel like they've been tilted off their axis because we can look to others as a part of our core beliefs, but in many cases, it is our own core beliefs that keep these relationships together.
That's right. So true. God, that's so true.
I know. Hashtag, your feelings are valid. A woman's feelings are not up for debate. They are real, rooted and worthy of respect. To dismiss them is not only to silence her voice, but to deny her humanity. Her emotions carry wisdom, lived experience and truth, and deserve to be acknowledged with the same seriousness given to facts and logic. Validating her feelings isn't a favour. It's a fundamental act of respect.
That's right, there it is.
That's right. Yes. When women blame themselves, it is often that they have been groomed and raised, feel like situations were their fault, when it was never.
Looking into essential oils, which one is that one that calms other people down? Chloroform? It's chloroform, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be chloroform. Stupid comments, and I mean stupid comments, like, well, if she'd satisfied him and given him what he wanted, ooh, that is just so gross. When someone puts their penis ahead of you and the family, as this guy did to this girl, you know they're a loser, and probably always will be. Not your job to raise them. That's just a big ooh. Don't stay for the shame of a divorce. No shame. Anyone that says that has their head stuck in the 1900s. Your feelings are valid. It's a lot to handle, a lot to put up with, and the negative know-it-all Nellies.
Oh, yeah, I like that. The negative know-all Nellies, yeah. You know, I made a to-do list, just can't figure out who's going to do it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a quandary there.
Yeah.
They're not paying your bills. They have zero say. They need to back off and tend to their own. So, meanwhile, the wedding vows. What the actual? So, okay, let's have a little look, shall we? Sort of telling her that, you know, she had to hang in there because she made vows. Don't the vows say forsaking all others, keeping only unto her or him? Convenient how that is not the part they choose to quote.
Oh, it's a bit of a pick and mix, is it?
Yeah, you don't get to choose which ones suit you.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get it together, but not today or tomorrow, and the next few weeks are looking pretty full as well. Yeah, right, yeah.
So why is it the woman is expected to recall her vows, but the cheater doesn't? Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, super weird.
Next. Hashtag, your feelings are valid. It's just gross. He had no right ever to disrespect her like that. Many women are stuck in relationships because someone has thrust that down their throat.
The penis?
Oh, God, no, Bob. Disgusting religious excuses that don't add up to kindness and respect, like the forgiveness thing, or be the change you want to see in him, or the worst one.
They're all bad.
Yeah, you're not praying enough. Oh, my God. No dirty dick can keep it in his pants. Ooh, no thanks. There's the door. Don't forget your hat. It was the cheating again that jumped out at me. So he's a repeat offender. He's serious about falling into fannies that are not his wife's. And that's just a big ooh. And then the family step in to gaslight her and not support her. Well, we support you, girl. I know you're listening to this, so she'd asked me to talk about it. We support anyone going through this. Don't let people say rubbish statements to you. Not one time, not twice. There is no room for that kind of behaviour. The risks he's bringing home to her is huge.
Oh, yeah, learn from the mistakes of people who would take my advice.
That somehow sounds right.
Yeah, that's the same, yeah.
I'm a very scorched earth kind of girl with the patience of an angry lion. I have zero patience for that kind of disgusting behaviour. So know thy value.
Yeah, know it. That's right, Linda, get you.
You need time to heal. So what's on the menu? Heal yourself and stay as far away as you can from harping family members.
What about for better or worse?
What, the marriage vow? Well, Bob, people need to learn that this is referring to if they are suffering from hardships, not if their penis gets, stuck in somebody else. Oh, no, for better or for worse, you stand by them when life deals hardships and you help them through. There is honour in that. Misplaced anger at times, yes, not physical at all ever, but apologising for doing so and you work to strengthen each other so it doesn't happen again. Hardships are not a free pass to abuse your partner. You're a queen. To cheat on them, you are not free to be a douche. There are boundaries that should never be crossed because you didn't want to cross them because, wait for it, your respect and care for the other person. How about that for a concept?
Yeah, that's right, what she said.
Anger is normal. It has to be normalised. Feelings should be felt and also discussed later on. Marriage vows, once they are broken, cheating, well, there's really no marriage, is there? So much effort goes into putting the wedding together and by the woman in general. But I will say, little caveat here, for those that have gone through that and they've managed to get through it, hey, all the power to you. That's fantastic. Good on you. But it's not many people that can ever get that trust back. And it's tiring to hear that women are not being supported by their family while suffering from abuse from their husbands. And oftentimes family members have gone through it and now feel that you have to too. No, it is not what to do. You are not to endure. No woman deserves to be abused. And anyone that says they do can really run fast in the opposite direction.
Oh, yes, bollocks.
And the increased chance of getting a disease from a cheater, like yuck. So dump the chump and the toxic family too. And it's got real old.
It's got a beard?
Yeah. I hate how often it's the women who immediately get blamed. I mean, every woman jumped to, blame. When women go to jump,
I will try again.
I mean, even women who try to blame the women too, both the wife and other women too, as if the man has no responsibility whatsoever. He can't help it. He's a man. Men have urges. Well, take your urges elsewhere, ding-dong. A real adult, a real man, a person who has emotional intelligence and really genuinely cares about you, has self-control and keeps his word, doesn't need vows to keep him in check. So the sweet girl I was talking to is going to, if not already, has kicked his worthless backside to the curb, and that's definitely a yes. You go, girl. Self-respect all the way. And tell her toxic family where to go and how to get there. I like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Tell them if they want to criticise them, they're welcome to, but you're not listening anymore. So again, for better, for worse. Your feelings are valid. Means through whatever the world throws at us, we'll manage together. It does not mean whatever you do to me or how you abuse me and mistreat me, I'll put up with that forever. She went on to say that the relatives were shaming her, get this, about the money they'd spent coming to the wedding, even the clothes they bought to come to the wedding and the gifts they gave. So for those reasons alone, she would stay with the abuser. So why are they shaming her?
Are they nut jobs?
Yeah, probably. He's the one who didn't put the relationship first.
See right there, yeah.
Go bloody yell at him if you're so worried about what you spent. She admits that she has lost every bit of love and respect for him and most of her family too, meaning his side of the family, even parts of her family, wanted her to hang in there, and look to the sanctity of the marriage. But he didn't have to, of course. He doesn't have to, so, she's looking forward to her own peace and serenity. She said to me the woman didn't take her husband. He actually took her problem. Wow, boom, I know. So good. So, yeah, good on you, love. So, yeah, people who can't see that wedding vows are not one-sided and giving you shit over it need to be dropped from your life.
Yeah, like a ton of bricks.
This is a beginning of a new part of your life. # your feelings are valid. You have to learn to love yourself above anyone who would do that to you. When there are generations of abusive standards that are just so well ingrained, it is very sad for so many who find it hard to break away. And I know there are lots of reasons. It's been broken down by these half-wits. You usually have kids with them, and that makes it even harder for so many. When religion gets in the middle of all this, turns my blood cold. Wrong is wrong, and what it does to women is the first sign to get away. Any religious friend who says you should stay, get yourself a new friend. That is rubbish thinking.
Rubbish thinking.
That's right, Bob.
I'd like to refer myself as a free spirit because it sounds classier than out of control.
Okay. Learning to truly understand the importance of validating yourself is often a hard-won lesson, isn't it? Hashtag your feelings are valid.
Today was the Mondayest Thursday that has ever been mistaken for a Friday in the history of Wednesdays.
You think so, Bob?
Yes, I do. So I said it.
For many, self-worth has long been tangled in the need for external approval, whether from parents, peers, bosses, families, or even social media. Getting likes from social media.
I used to procrastinate, but I've got so good at it that I went pro.
Good on you.
Yeah.
But over time, through disappointment, growth, and self-reflection, you start to realise that depending on others to determine your value is a fragile foundation for happiness.
I'm not looking for a soulmate.
No?
Yeah, no, I'm just looking for someone who'll giggle with me when the ketchup body farts.
Body?
No, the tomato bottle? Yeah, someone will laugh with me when the tomato bottle farts.
Yeah, okay. Okay then. It's unsustainable and it leaves you constantly chasing a moving target. Validation from others can feel good, of course, encouraging even, but it becomes dangerous when it's your only source of confidence. Hashtag your feelings are valid. When people don't respond the way you hoped, it's easy to spiral into self-doubt, isn't it? Learning to validate yourself means creating a sense of inner stability.
You speaketh the wise counsel.
It means you begin to say, I know who I am, and that's enough, even if no one claps for me today.
But there's one for you. There's an applause from us, yeah.
Well, aren't you just a fun little lollipop triple-dipped psycho, cute psycho?
What did you say?
Oh, no, nothing. The journey to self-validation often starts in quiet moments.
The old quiet momies, yes indeedy.
It might be when you're proud of something you did, but no one notices.
Yeah, go me.
Or when you speak up, even if your voice shakes, and you realise later that you're proud of your courage, regardless of the outcome.
Be the reason someone smiles today, or the reason they drink. Whatever works.
These are all turning points. Little by little, you begin to recognise that your own approval matters most because it's the only kind that stays with you in the dark, in the silence, in the in-between.
That's it, isn't it? The in-between.
Now to the beginning of validating yourself.
Is it hard?
Depends.
How so, hairy legs?
How much do you want it? You've got to notice your self-talk because you've got to become aware of how you actually speak to yourself. That right there, replace criticism with encouragement, just like you would a friend.
That right there.
Yeah, celebrate small wins. Don't wait for applause.
But there you go. There you go.
That's right. Give yourself credit for showing up, for trying, for learning. Set internal standards. Ask yourself what you value, not what society says you should. Let your own values be the yardstick.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I wonder if when you die you get your life stats like curse words, 500,000, shots of vodka, 70,569, lost socks, 9,768,592.
Maybe. Make peace with imperfection. You're not going to get it right all the time, and that's not only okay, it's human and kind of funny too. Reflect on your growth. Look back at how far you've come. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, your progress is valid. Even if no one else sees it, it's a marvellous gift to give to yourself.
I wouldn't mind having a split personality if the other one mowed the lawns.
Yeah, good point there, Bob.
Yeah, I thought so.
True self-validation isn't arrogance. It's quiet, steady assurance. It's the deep belief that you matter, even when no one's watching. So don't latibulate.
Hold the phone. Latibu what?
It's a 17th century word that means to hide in a corner in an attempt to escape reality.
I think I need a speed bump in between my brain and my mouth.
Having a deep belief about yourself is like carrying a quiet fire within, a conviction that no matter what happens outside, there's something solid and true inside you that doesn't waver. It's not arrogance. It's not wishful thinking. It's just the quiet knowing that you're capable, you're worthy and evolving. And I love that. I love to know that I'm evolving. And the only way I know that is when different situations, events arise and how I handle it. And I look back at how I may have handled it before, another era in my life. And yeah, I know that I am evolving.
Some people wake up feeling refreshed. I wake up feeling like I need a nap to recover from waking up.
I know that one sometimes.
Yeah.
This kind of belief doesn't always come easily. It's often built over time, isn't it? Like through failure, reflection, growth. Or it could be just who you are. It pours out of you naturally. Maybe you've stumbled, doubted yourself, or been told or felt you're not enough. But at some point, something inside you says, keep going. That voice, that instinct is belief.
Do you think you're ever too old? I mean, you're old, but is there something you reckon you'd like to do? Like, what's something you're too old to do?
Give a shit? When you believe deeply in yourself, you stop needing external validation as much. Criticism doesn't crush you. Success doesn't inflate you. You can celebrate progress without comparing and own your flaws without shame. It becomes a foundation that lets you take risks, dream bigger, and perhaps stay grounded in moments where it might be frightening or you might feel uncertain.
Oh, yeah.
This belief isn't about being perfect. It's just trusting that you're always becoming, that no matter where you are, you're not stuck. You're learning and you're capable of change. You have value now, not just in some imagined future.
I wasn't always sarcastic.
You weren't?
Yeah, it took me years of dealing with stupid people to get this good at it.
Okay. That's the power of deep belief in yourself. It keeps you steady when the world gets loud. Sometimes that belief is the only thing you need to take the next step forward. And that's the end of this episode. And that's where we'll leave it for today.
No, surely not.
But before we go, I just want to say this. Your feelings are valid. No matter how messy, confusing, overwhelming or quiet they may be, they matter. You matter. In a world that often tells us to toughen up, move on or keep it all together, it takes real courage just to simply feel. So whether you're hurting, healing, growing, or just trying to make it through the day, I'm proud of you. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this episode reminded you that you're not alone and that your emotions deserve space, compassion, care, love. Be gentle with yourself today. But until next time, take care of your heart and remember your feelings are not too much, they are just enough. So say good day to the family for me, give the owl a hoot, and we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then. Bye.
Bye!